Turn to page 16 and we'll begin Word Masters to movie scripts. On page 16, you'll see here's my setup. And basically what I've done is I have an easel. The top piece right here is a finished chart of my Word Masters. And then the bottom is a finished movie script. We're now going to walk through the steps of how we do these activities. Notice the students are over on the carpet. In this particular section, they're standing and practicing a movie script, but they would come over, sit in front of the easel as we go through these activities. Go to page 17. We'll start with the first activity, Word Masters. Word Masters is when you're going to introduce the vocabulary from the focus story of the week. The focus of the story of the week for kinder and for the beginning of first grade is through the read aloud, a story that you're using all week long to teach kids comprehension skills. This same story you're pulling vocabulary from, and you're going to teach them these vocabulary words. So I call that activity Word Masters in order to introduce and teach students these vocabulary words. Word Masters, the first thing you do is you write the word down in front of the kids. So the word is scamper, and the kids say scamper. Then I usually just think aloud what the word means. Oh, scamper, how you're moving quickly, for short, fast steps, short, fast steps. Then I tell them to turn to their buddy and tell their buddy what they think scamper is. I always model what turn to your buddy means when they're sitting on the carpet. I pull a child up, we turn to each other, we lean in, we tell each other what scamper means, and then we turn back to show the kids when I say turn to your buddy, this is what it looks like. Then I appoint buddies. I tell each child who their buddy is, and then they practice. They turn to their buddy, and they tell each other what scamper means. I thought out loud what it means. Scamper, short, fast steps. And I actually make a visual. Short, fast steps, short, fast steps. You turn to your buddy and tell them what scamper means. They turn to their buddy, and then they'll say short, fast steps. Sometimes they may say nothing. So I lie. I just act like they said something. Oh, I heard some kids say short, fast steps. Say that again. Turn to your buddy. Short, fast steps. What's the word? Scamper. And then I draw a quick picture. So in this case, I may say to the kids, I think I'll draw a picture of a person taking short, fast steps. He almost looks like he's doing karate, huh? Who cares? We don't care what the picture looks like. It's just a fast, quick picture. Scamper, what's it mean? Short, fast steps. Notice I'm giving them a visual. We're saying the word. They get a visual, a quick definition, and some sort of tactile physical cue in order to learn that word. Now we go to the next word, soar. What's the word, everyone? Soar. Then I think aloud what it means. Oh, that means to fly high. Like if I was jumping off a diving board, I would fly high. A bird soars, they fly high. A plane soars, they fly high. Turn to your buddy, tell them what soar means, and then I listen. They turn to their buddies, fly high, and many of them will start making those motions as well. So then maybe I'll draw a picture of a bird with an arrow. Sometimes I'll write keywords in here, simple definitions. I try to keep pictures mostly for the definitions, just because many of the students may not be readers at this point. So far we have scamper and soar. And I go back and I have them repeat the words and tell their buddies what it means. Say the word scamper. You say it, scamper. What's it mean? Short, fast steps. Soar, soar, fly high. So they go back and they keep repeating and practicing. The last word, and again, I could have 3 to 4 vocabulary words I want to use. I'm going to have 3 this time. The last word is startle. What's the word? Startle. Now that we've taught our students their vocabulary words through the interactive activity Word Masters, we're going to move on to movie scripts. Now, when I teach movie scripts, the next thing I do is I tell the kids, I have a movie for you from Hollywood. Please put your hands in the air like this, and we're going to say, from Hollywood, it's movie script time. Every movie has a beginning, middle, end. What are we doing, everybody? From Hollywood, it's movie script time. And what does every movie have? A beginning, middle, end. Then I show them my movie script. And I have over here on page 17, you'll see it's just a long piece of paper. You could put little black pieces of paper there so it looks like a film strip, or you could just have a piece of butcher paper up there. You draw 2 lines, so you have 3 boxes. And what do you tell them, boys and girls? What's this first box for? The beginning. This box, the middle. This box, the end. So now we have our movie script. And then I tell them, this movie is from Hollywood. That's right. Hollywood wrote this movie, and we're now going to go through it and learn the movie that Hollywood has written here. Isn't this exciting? I know. So now let's go to the beginning of our movie. Here's our first box. Now, when you're in Hollywood, Hollywood writers have certain things they ask whenever they're going through a movie. When we go to the beginning of the movie, the first thing they do is they look at their wrist and they go like this. When is this movie happening? So you say that. Ready, everyone? When is this movie happening? Thank you for asking. This movie is happening one day. So I'm starting off with a when. Now watch. Put your hands up in the air. Let's read our movie so far. One beautiful day. One lovely day. One morning. You say it. Ready, everyone? How about we try one day? Ready, go. One day. Now that we have our when, let's stay in our beginning box. And now you're going to put your hand up and you're going to go, where is this movie happening? Let's do it. Where is this movie happening? Then I draw the picture. Ooh, let me put some mountains here with some trees. Am I in the city or the country? The country. Let's read our story so far. Ready, everyone? One day out in the country. You say it. Let's say it together. Ready, go. One day out in the country. Now we need to ask, who's in our story? Ready? Who's in our story? Who's doing the action? You say it. Ready, go. Who's in our story? Who's doing the action? Then I draw a picture. Now, this is going to be a picture of the gingerbread man. The story that I got the vocabulary from was not the gingerbread man. It was a different story. I just used the gingerbread man as a character in this movie script. You don't want the character or setting to match the story that you pulled those vocabulary words from. The reason why is you want to use these vocabulary words in a completely different context than the read aloud that you're reading from. The more kids use vocabulary in language and in a different context, the more they're going to have flexibility with the vocabulary and master it. Hence, use a different character, a different setting when you're doing your movie scripts with the vocabulary words from your story of the week. Let's go back and let's say the beginning of our story. One day out in the country, the gingerbread man, you say it. One day out in the country, the gingerbread man. Now let's finish up our beginning box. Everyone go, action! Ready, go. Action! What's the gingerbread man doing out in the country one day? Notice I'm adding all that, the setting, when I'm asking that action question. Oh, the gingerbread man. He's, taking short, fast, quick steps. I wonder what word that would be that I could use. And if kids don't do it, then you would just say, oh, let's say scampered. But many kids will say, oh, scampered, scampered. Notice I'm putting the ED at the end of scampered because stories are told in the past tense. So what did the gingerbread man do? He scampered. Scampered down, let's say a path. Let's put a little path there. Now let's read our story. Ready, everyone? One day out in the country, the gingerbread man scampered down a path. You know what? Let's add something.